Restream is running.
Yeah.
I don't know if Zach muted us, so I hope everyone can hear us right now.
Yeah, everybody hears us in the background. We're starting to soon.
Clickety clack, yeah.
Hold on a second.
Ooh. Makeshift Christmas music.
Yeah.
Christmas to you. Happy Christmas to you. Happy Christmas to Narwhal. No one can see him yet.
We're getting started here shortly. We got about 30 seconds until it starts up. I just want to make sure everything's right with all the levels. I know everybody can hear me.
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
See.
Well, also everybody on chat, making sure everybody gets on chat. So say hi in chat while we get started in 15 seconds.
Let's see if I can. I can't actually see it from where I'm at.
I'll tell you if you
I'll just move
spell
this.
something terribly wrong, or you could do that. That'll work.
There we go.
Hey guys, welcome to the Holiday Matsuri live stream. My name is Zachary Silvestri. I am the Director of Operations for Holiday Matsuri. And I am joined by Amanda and Greg over in Tampa. How are you guys doing?
Hello. We're
Pretty good.
doing good. Tired.
Yeah,
Tired.
It's
Con
been a long
crunch.
day. A lot of con crunch. Yeah, it's amazing. It's almost the end of August, and that's terrifying.
Oh my gosh! Don't remind me.
Like, everyone's like, "There's a hurricane coming." I'm like, I have a convention in 4 months to run. You can't stop me now.
Oh, I'm getting ready for Dragon Con. I'll be driving down there tomorrow.
Up there?
Up there, down there.
Down there.
Into the mythical land of alcohol.
Only in Florida can you drive north and get further south. So
It is a true statement.
yeah, exactly. So
Oh,
how
man.
are you doing, Zach?
I am doing fantastic. We have so much stuff to do today and talk about. So I have been. The funny thing is that everybody panicked as soon as they said it's possibly going to be a Cat 3. And I go, and I go to Walmart to just kind of just get like a 12-pack of water. It's all sold out.
Water?
Yeah.
Okay.
I always joke it's like Floridians don't wake up unless it's a Cat 3 or above.
Oh yeah.
One or two were like, cool, call me when it's over.
It's like if you look in my background, on this shelf is just full of alcohol. So I got that set.
Well, that's
So
I have a neighbor that moved in from California last year, and this is he's lived on the West Coast all his life. So he was like, called me up, just frantic, and like, Greg, all right, hurricane season, what should I do? Like, this is my sisters and I first time. We're freaking out. Should we go buy a generator? And just listing off all this stuff. And I was like, Ty, calm down. He's like, okay. I'm like, okay, so I'll give you a battle plan. First, what you're going to do. He's like, yeah. And he's like writing stuff down. I'm like, you're going to go get a bunch of ice from the store. He's like, okay. And you're going to put it all in your bathtub. He goes, okay, I guess that makes sense. I'm like, and then you're going to go buy all the liquor you can get. He's like, huh? And I'm like, you're going to put that all in the bathtub so it can stay cold. So when the AC dies and everything is melting, your liquor is good because you're going to have a really big hurricane party because the next day, if everything has gone to heck and destroyed, it's just going to feel like you're waking up from a big party anyway. So you got to clean up anyway.
Might as well.
So make the best of it. And oh yeah, all their nerves, like they just started laughing way down. They're like, okay, I get it, you Floridians. Like,
We're crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we're in Florida. I mean, that's just like the requirement here or something.
Yeah, exactly.
My favorite is when someone is like, Florida is the Australia of the U.S. Everything's going to try and kill you here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if it's not the weather, it's all the animals outside. You know, as cute as things are or as dumb as luff bugs are, they still try to choke you out if you're like running around outside.
I love bugs.
Good times.
So
Holiday Matsuri!
Oh, speaking of Holiday Matsuri,
Yes.
Lark has a present for you.
What? Lark has a present for us?
Yeah, she sent it after, at the end of the panel party, she sent them with me. Ta-da!
Woo! Oh, that's adorable little snow bunnies.
Yeah.
They're cute.
Mhm.
We have 2 little snow bunnies. I love that for naughty and nice.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Lark. It was very awesome. You're adorable. These are adorable. We should we'll add these to Narwhal.
Yeah.
add them to the narwhal table. Narwhal.
Listen, Narwhal has a shirt. He's an official staff member now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he's got all he's all pretty over there. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
So we have a lot of announcements. We have a lot of things. We're 4 months away for the convention, guys.
Can we get a month in between that we do nothing but Holmat stuff, but it doesn't actually sit in the timeline, outside of timeline?
Well, they compare America to falling faster than the Roman Empire, but the one thing they did is they added 2 extra months into the year. So maybe we can get Trump. He seems to do almost any dumb thing. Maybe we can get him to make an extra month.
That sounds like a plan.
And then we can have extra time for Holmat. There you go.
All right.
5 months.
And yeah.
Nice segue, Zach. All right. Yeah.
I'd throw that way.
It's getting that time of the year where in Florida hurricanes come, but throughout the rest of the year, leaves are starting to fall.
Wait,
that's the
leaves fall?
Not here.
Oh, okay. I was a little confused.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why fall pricing is coming up?
Ooh.
Yeah,
fancy.
I know. I slid that in there.
That. We're telepathetic. Fall pricing is starting October 13th. The price of the tickets will rise to $60. So currently, right now, I'm guessing they're at $55. I didn't have it up exactly. So if you want to save
right
extra,
now.
Are they 60?
They're
right
60 right now, and they're 65 at the end of October. In the middle.
In the notes, it says 60.
Yeah.
So
Currently
it's
60.
60 until October.
Oh,
Okay.
60
13th.
until October 13th. So I guess on October 14th, it'll go up to $65.
Yep.
So if you want to save extra cash for the vendor room, go to give tips to hottest men in anime. You could do whatever up with that extra $5 by getting your tickets now, or at least before October 13th.
It could be a drink at the bar.
Hey, maybe a shot.
Yeah.
Or water.
There's
a Marriott in Orlando, right around the corner from Disney. So, good time. So, we also have VIP tickets. We still have a limited amount remaining. If you do want to become a very important present at Holiday Matsuri, there's a lot of cool perks that go along with that. You get extra time in the vendor room before it officially opens.
Mm-hmm.
You get a VIP line at registration so that you can get all your own stuff without having to wait in line with all of the rest of us. And then you also get early access to all the other events. All the main events you get first dibs getting in there. Pick out your seats. And then also for guest lines for your guest signatures and stuff for all the awesome voice actors, cosplayers and YouTubers and other social media people that we're going to be bringing to the convention. We usually have a VIP line set separately for them. Plus, there's a really cool badge I'm working on this year for it specifically. Exciting. And you get a Holmat merch bag included with the awesome Holmat t-shirt. That was a mouthful.
I'm really impressed with you. You got it all out.
I think it's using these awesome headphones Zach got us.
Mm-hmm.
I can't really hear myself too well.
So you're not distracted by your own voice?
You're not distracted by your own stuff.
Exactly. It happens while driving. Now, we do have one Forever Festive Pass remaining. Do you remember all the cool details that go into Forever Festive Passes?
I 100% do, because if I wasn't a staff member, I probably would have gotten the one Forever Festive. You get lifetime access to the convention as long as the convention is around.
We'll be around till we're robots, so your ticket's good forever.
That's unlimited VIP every year.
Every year.
You get all your merch, all your VIP perks.
For this year.
And next year.
And
then the next year.
The following years.
Remaining years, you get a regular VIP pass.
Yeah.
But it's still free. And every year they've gone up basically $25 since our inception. So eventually, Dragon Con, their VIP their tickets are going to be through the roof.
They're like they're like $4 or $5 grand right now.
Yeah, I think they're somewhere in that range for an eternal pass to Dragon Con.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the Forever Festive, we only have one left. And again, you get all the VIP perks this year. And then you get only the VIP badge perks for any following year. And the only thing you need to do is you go to registration and you give them your photo ID, and they'll just give you a VIP badge for this year. And that's all you need to do. Makes it really easy.
Exactly. And typically we make cool little VIP bags and fun stuff like that. So, and speaking of that,
Did you know that there is an option to ship your pass?
what? No way.
Yeah, it is. It's new this year.
It's new this year. I wonder who thought of that.
I wonder.
I have no idea. It's probably Zach, actually.
Probably.
Yeah. So,
Zach's got himself a little more.
I have to make things complicated. That's my job.
exactly. And we will be personally hand shipping everybody's beautiful badges to them. Maybe we'll start throwing like glitter bombs in them and stuff like that too.
God,
Like,
please
now
don't.
they
envelope?
thought about the fact that we're doing it ourselves.
Oh gosh.
The surprises and
So
the
there will be
inhumanity that can ensue from that.
Oh, I feel like someone needs to like send a when you buy it in comments. I want something crazy, or don't do this. Please help me. Don't do this.
Please don't confuse me. Not a problem. But yeah, ship your pass option. How much is it, Zach?
It's $15, and
Okay.
that works for all of the same email. So people have been asking me, what is it to be able to have all of the badges? Is that you have to use the exact same email for all of the orders, and then we'll pick it up by email. So if you make 3 orders and one of them has ship your badge, and they're all the same email, we'll do that. We'll also be sending out confirmation messages when it gets closer to kind of give you a preview on how your ship your badge option works. But yeah, we'll make sure we get it, everything out there for you guys. So, and then the next thing is that we have gotten so many applications for Artist Alley. It is just ridiculous on how much people want to
gosh.
do there.
Yes.
And our vendor hall team has been working so hard at going through and going through all of the applications. Thank you all so much for submitting to the artist applications. It is now closed. It's going to take somewhere between 2 and 4 weeks for everything to be going through, and then after that, we're going to be going through and sending out invites. So it should be fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. Artist Alley, it got out of hand. So we could probably open up. I think it was like 16 more Artist Alleys.
Yeah, we had a lot.
With the amount of people that have applied. So good luck to
I'm
everyone.
so excited. Artist Alley is generally one of my favorite
Oh, yeah.
sections of the vendor hall. They just got such interesting and unique items and things. Like one of the things I used all the time, like my beautiful water bottle I got in an Artist Alley.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
And it's totally custom to your liking.
Yeah, I
you
love
can't
it.
find that anywhere else. So that's what I like about Artist Alley as well. You can find so many unique, awesome gift ideas, especially when it's getting that's close to the holidays. Doesn't matter which holiday you celebrate, you typically give gifts to somebody or get them. So
I've definitely done last minute Christmas shopping at Holmat.
Same.
I am guilty of that.
oh yeah, definitely. Me too. So speaking of, let's see, staff interviews are coming along. So if you've applied, check all your inboxes. So that's a note from Zach probably and the rest of our staff team that's working on staff interviews. And
The HR team is going strong this year.
We've gone through a lot of applications, and thank everybody. It's another thank you guys for submitting the applications. We need a lot of help to make this convention run, and it just works because we have such a great team, and we got Amanda on the team. We got a lot of other people that are on the team. We also got Greg in there, but
who's that guy?
So no,
He doesn't do anything
it
here.
helps
He just
so much.
gets everyone to do things because they do it better. Hence, that's why Holmat gets better every year.
Greg has learned the art of
staff
delegation.
Is doing a lot more of the work now and putting a lot more of their love into it. So I think we'll probably have close to 200 staffers this year, just giving all their love to the attendees.
It's a great time to kind of hang out with all of us, and I mean, you get to hang out with these two people over here as well as me, and be able to get exhausted over an entire 3-day weekend on our dime. So, and we've also updated the website. So the website, I know people have been asking when you guys can update the FAQ, get kind of more questions on there.
FAQs.
The FAQs.
Frequently asked questions.
So,
the FAQ.
The FAQ. I call it the FAQ just because I'm a gamer.
Yeah,
Everybody calls it the FAQ. And then, the frequently asked questions have been updated. So if you have anything that you may have a question to, we may have updated that. We're also going to be continuously updating this one because we've kind of condensed it to make it a lot easier for us to be able to update and make sure it's consistent.
Absolutely. So
if you have a question, check there first.
Correct. You can try spamming the page, but typically you'll get faster responses by going to the FAQ section on the website. Maybe we can get the link posted up there for anyone who wants to go check it out now. Because as we get closer to the convention, it's going to be harder for our staff to answer the questions on Facebook, answering emails, and it starts flooding. It already has flooded like crazy. So, yeah, it's one of the hardest things near the end of the year.
I'm checking my email like every,
Because you miss a day or two, and it's like 100 emails?
Something like
messages
that.
we're having to do. Okay. Well,
oh my gosh.
Okay. And then they don't see it yet. So
I know.
We're holding a surprise that we're excited for. So, and then we do have...
You know what else I'm excited about?
What? What are you excited about?
I'm really excited about the number of IdleFest applications we got.
Holy crap, that is extremely exciting. So everyone that we started IdleFest, I think 2014 or 15, and we had them as different events leading up to being a main stage event every year now. And we put out our application, and we normally get a decent amount of groups. We wanted to let you know, if you were planning to apply for you and your group to IdleFest, we are currently at so many applications that we're going to be closing IdleFest applications next week.
Yeah.
So I believe, I don't know what the date was for that, what I forgot to put in the notes. So probably next Saturday the 7th at midnight, leading into Sunday, is when we'll go ahead and close IdleFest applications, because we're amping it up this year. We're doing a lot of background videos. We're doing a lot of really cool things for all the idols to make it like the best IdleFest out there, and we kind of want to be known for that. So if you want to apply as soon as you can before the 7th.
So yes, thank you for all of the applications. We really, really appreciate it. It makes it so tough, though.
Yeah.
It's going to be really tough going through everything. But because we want to get started, we want to get everything going, and we only have 4 months.
Yeah.
We're going to have to close IdleFest applications early.
And that means you will be getting a response as well, probably the week or two after we've gone through all of them. We're going through them, but there's so many now. And we'll be able to start sending response out within the next 2 weeks.
Yep. So keep a lookout. Whatever email you put down as the main contact, that is the one we're emailing.
So if you don't check it, then that's going to just sit there and you may lose approval. We don't want that. We want everyone to enjoy and live their idol fantasies. There you go. Being on stage, glow sticks everywhere.
All the glow sticks.
But that's it for the morning announcements. I felt like I was at school.
I know.
Zach, are there any other announcements that we're missing or you'd like to make?
Not so far. We have someone that we want to talk about. I mean, you guys want to introduce them?
We have our third. So we do have another announcement.
We do have another announcement. It's to announce our guest.
And we have an awesome guest here on stream. And we'll go ahead and give me a drum roll. Boom. And it is the one, the only, the awesome Hoku Props.
Woohoo! Jazz hands just for you.
Chads.
The baby's asleep.
Bad Hoku and his baby. Oh my goodness.
Hi, hello everybody.
Hey, how are you doing this evening?
It's good to be back here, and Severo is also enjoying being on camera as well. So it's fun to finally be able to officially announce that Hoku Props, both Sammy and I, are going to be able to come back to Holmat this year. So we're excited.
We're so excited to have you.
Yes, and obviously, as always, we appreciate the invitation. You guys run one of the funnest conventions we've ever been to. So when we got the kind of contact earlier this year, it was like, score. So yeah, but I know we've definitely been able to work on stuff in the past, and then I'm also excited to be able to present a bunch of panels and do some other fun stuff with you guys this year. So yes, hello, thank you.
Yeah, well, hey, thank you so much for taking your time to join us on the stream today. We definitely really appreciate it. Say hi again to everyone in chat.
Hello, everybody in chat again.
Also, we got
a lot of people love the puppy.
Cute, doggy. Hey, Hoku, Hoku! Exclamation marks. Buns says hi. If you know who Buns Z is,
I know who Buns is. Hi, Buns. How are you doing?
And then
also Janelle. Janelle's actually an interesting one. He does backflips all the time. What? So if you guys are at your con this year and you see just some like kid running doing a bunch of backflips, it's actually going to be him.
If you want to do backflips for us at the con, just message us.
I know some people who do backflips. We could do backflip contests.
Backflip con. There you go.
Just make sure that they all like sign a waiver.
A waiver.
We make the hotel make sure we. So, well, hey, thank you again for joining us on the stream and your beautiful puppy. What's your pup's name again?
Oh, this is Severo. This is Severo Hoku.
Oh.
He commandeered the last name.
Honestly. Mike Crystal's looking at our dogs and it's like Bookie Smith. I'm like, yep, that's mine.
Oh
the
man.
grumbling one. Oh, look at that face. It's just like enjoying. This is supposed to be you, but this
is literally what he does on my stream. But he'll realize that you're talking to him, and then he'll just be like, "Okay, I'm ready to be a major part."
He's a ham.
He's like the floppiest guy ever, too.
So Hoku, do you want to go by Hoku or Chad on the stream? I never asked.
You can call me Hoku. That's what everybody calls me, including my dad. That's actually where it came from.
It's so funny.
Ever since I was a kid, I was called either one of two things. I was either called Hoku, well, I guess technically three things: Hoku, Box, or Chatterbox. And Chatterbox is the nickname because first name being Chad, but I also talked a lot. But I was also really fat and squared like a box, so that was the nickname. So that's I feel like that's one thing that has kind of like consistently remained throughout my life, as I still talk a lot. So
that's a good thing.
Yes, I feel like it's become a part of my role in life to talk.
I also talk a lot, and I talk very loudly, and I get told a lot, "Hey, use your inside voice," and I'm like, "What is that?"
Oh yeah.
What is an inside voice?
I don't know.
I'll be sitting there and I'll be like whispering to Sammy, and she's like, "Your voice carries too much. Stop talking."
Yep.
I just tell everybody I speak from the diaphragm. I'm always projecting. Oh, yeah. Just deal with it.
I know how you feel. I got that low voice, and it's very easy for it to carry. So I have to like bring it down just a little bit.
When Zach and I are talking, it sounds like we're fighting sometimes.
We're definitely not. I mean, usually.
And we're like, no, we're cool. Like, we're fine. No, like this is
literally.
Just get
it's
really
like
excited.
Yeah. It's the calmest, like, you guys are talking about video games or something, you're super excited, and people think that you're just throwing down, don't they?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And we're like, no, we're cool. This is normal for us, so.
It's just as you get excited, the volume goes up and up, and usually we're trying to keep it down, but the problem is that when you get excited, your volume control just goes out the window, and so it just goes...
Absolutely. The other problem is, like, I don't know if you guys are like me, but when you get tired, all of a sudden you start to become more and more Batman, and it's just you know, like I'll do like a crunch and have like a big costume I have to get finished. I'll be awake for like 2-3 days straight, and then I'll just look at Sam and be like, "Where is she?" And she's like, "What?" I was like, "Where's the heat gun?"
It's like, I'll be getting up from the con.
Sorry. I'm like, "Why are you apologizing?" But no, we have fun. It's all fun.
Crystal's like, "Sometimes you scare me." I'm like, "I'm so sorry."
I'll be shuffling down. I'll be shuffling down from the con to open up the con again, and people like start asking me before breakfast, and I'll be like, "What do you want?" And people look at me. It's like, "Are you mad at me?" It's just like, "No, I'm right now tired, and I need calories."
Southwest burritos.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's like the thing at the con. So
yeah, I got to have one last year.
Oh, sweet! You literally have to like I'll like pre-purchase them and have them like sent to the room, because I know if not, by the time I get down there, they're already going to be gone. So
I don't think I had breakfast any of the days of the convention.
We'll have to make sure. We'll have Chad actually deliver them to you with Serval.
Yeah,
so.
I just.
The funny thing about that is that so it was the first year of the con, and the thing is that it's Saturday and I really needed calories. I don't like breakfast. I don't like eggs and stuff like that, but I just needed calories. And I just saw the Southwest breakfast burrito, and then I picked it up and I went over there. I was like, "Hey, this is actually pretty good." I posted on Facebook that, "Hey, you should probably try out Southwest breakfast burrito." And then I just closed it, not thinking anything of it. And then their head of catering comes down and says, "Zach, what did you do?" And I go, "I didn't do anything. It's not my fault." And he says, No. We sold out of the Southwest breakfast burrito." And I go, "Really? I didn't even think about it."
Yeah. Silicon favorite.
And now it's just a thing that everybody buys.
Well, so now we've gone like so far off topic again. Let's bring it back to our guest that's here on stream. So
you're talking about Severo, right? Not me.
Yeah.
I'm just here. I'm the background show. I'm the puppet master.
Just
like that's why.
That's what you do with tiny dogs. I do the same thing, and like Dio has short legs too, so I just flop them around all day.
Yeah,
so
these little back beans are like the perfect little arm triggers. You know, we're gonna go off topic for a quick second because we've got this costume that we want to do for Severo. So Sammy and I. So Sammy and I did Wolf and Fox from Star Fox earlier this year. And then I looked at her and I was like, Severo would have been a much better Fox. So one of these days we're gonna make him Fox, and then we're gonna make her Falco.
Cool.
Yes.
What are you going to be?
Huh? And then I'll be Wolf because I'm the guy with the eye patch.
Makes sense.
I get typecasted. There has to either be a broken eye, no eye, or an eye patch. Or a weird eye.
Think of that. It's like one of my mains on Smash, and I'm just like, what would the eye patch dude cosplay? Peppy, come on! What the heck?
Okay, I guess I won't segue us anymore.
No, it's totally cool. You could throw us off. It's more fun that way, anyways. The chat seems to be loving it. Everyone's like wants to high five the floppy puppy, bless the pupper. No, bless the pupper. No. Okay,
he is quite floppy.
So, well, then speaking of cosplay, tell us about yourself, what you do, and we'll start off with that.
Okay, well, so I am Hoku Props, and Hoku Props is actually a team. It's both myself as well as my fiance, soon-to-be wife. One of these days we'll get married. But so I do pretty much all the armor and hard surface props, and then also some of the lighting and stuff. And then Sammy does all of the seamstress, also known as the Black Magic. I do the stuff that makes sense. She does the stuff that is just good luck. So she always impresses me. But yeah, so I've been doing this. I've been making props and stuff for going on about 10 years now. But the fact that Sammy and I both teamed up and now kind of have like a nice comprehensive approach to building costumes, both the fabric as well as the armor, it's been really nice. All of a sudden, I'm not having to just like commission people. So we both definitely kind of help counter strengths and weaknesses and fill the void. But I know the both of us are really interested in doing a couple panels this year at Holmat that's going to kind of help break down the structure in a bit more of a structured way. So we're getting a comprehensive approach to it. And that's going to be good. There's a couple of topics that always interest me when it comes to like doing panels and being at conventions. And we like to talk about things like positivity and how to kind of build yourself up into a position where your approach towards cosplay and your approach towards conventions, by planning a little bit more about how you take care of yourself ahead of time, it kind of limits the actual vulnerability that you have at the convention. You think about it, that deadly thing known as cost crunch. You go to a convention, you've been awake for 6 days straight, you've not eaten your food, you probably haven't gone to the bathroom as much as you could, and then you show up to a convention, you're like, I'm going to be successful. You're probably not going to be successful. And here's a couple of things you can do to help make sure that doesn't happen. For example, like wearing a good pair of shoes, though, right? That's definitely a panel that we love to talk about. One of the things that I really specialize in is 3D modeling for building the props. For anybody that saw me last year in my Lich King costume, a lot of that was all built out of 3D printed components. And so, trying to break the cycle and the mythology, or whatever you want to call it, of how to properly finish a 3D print, I think that's something that I really should start addressing. And so I know I want to do something regarding that stuff there as well. And then I think just one of the other real big ones that I think would be super beneficial is talking about rigging. So if everybody's sitting there going, what is he talking about? I'm talking about straps. I'm talking about how do you keep your armor on you? How do you make sure that your helmet doesn't fall off? How do you make sure that your shoulder pads aren't choking you? Things like that. If you go into building your costume with a specific approach, thinking about how you're going to do that before you start making it, all of a sudden, when it's made, you're going to be like, all right, here's how this goes here, here's how this goes here, on and on and on and on and on. So it's things like that, things that are going to make everybody hopefully have more potential for success and just enjoy the con. Because that's the thing that drives me nuts, is when somebody spends all of this time, all this energy, all this money, they go to a convention and they feel like crap. I want people to go to a convention and feel amazing. So that's a big thing for me that I think cosplay should do for people, and sadly enough, sometimes it actually backfires. So yes, but that's who we are. I hope you guys, I hope we can get a bunch of people in there, but yeah, it should be good.
That's awesome. Super interesting. A lot of the understructure that goes into armor just like blows my mind, because I'm a seamstress, and so armor, I look at it and scratch my head and go, but how? So knowing like the stuff underneath is interesting to me too.
You know, there are some similarities, though, just thinking about it from a structural standpoint. Think about your seams, think about how you build your actual, you know, or you construct your fabric. Like, how do you make sure that you're not going to have your seams ripping? How do you make sure that things aren't going to bunch in the wrong areas? You know, a lot of it's about whether you need to have boning here or you need to actually have, like, an extra, you know, thick interfacing. The same can be said about designing your armor pieces, you know, making sure that you're distributing that weight in a good fashion to not kill you. You know, I feel like I just had a proof of concept this last weekend. I got to do something really fun. I was in my Reinhardt costume at the Overwatch League event out in LA for 2 days. Awesome. I wore Reinhardt for 14 hours. So I feel like when it comes to planning logistics for a costume and armor, I feel like I might be onto something with this stuff. So hopefully what I can do is kind of convey some of that knowledge that I've been able to garner and help other people be successful. That's really what my intention always is.
That's really awesome. Especially to be willing to share that info and put it out there for people. I remember when we started cosplaying, Crystal and myself, when she started cosplaying way back when, and this information was hard to find.
Oh, it was terrible.
And like, I remember like the first time we were doing wings, and if you know Digimon, we were making Kazemon's wings, and so big clear things, and we're trying to figure this out, and we went and bought like heavy clear vinyl. Didn't know what we were doing, just ahead in the clouds, like, oh, this is gonna be amazing. And then we make it all, and we're hanging it to like let it all dry and put together, and then we made a back rig that looked really uncomfortable, and that's a lot of skin showing in the outfit, and we put it all on, and the wings go
yeah.
And then they just file. Yeah, we were like, you know what? We'll save this for another time when we're more experienced, because we couldn't find anything. And now there's a lot of different cosplayers like yourself that are willing to share this information and help the scene grow. And now you see so much awesome cosplay everywhere.
I'm blown away. You know? There are times I look at people and go, oh my gosh, I need to step up my game. And I love it when things make me go, I need to get better.
Well, even just seeing, you know, Chad here, like, the first time you were at the first event you wore Reinhardt to, and just blew up everywhere.
Oh yeah,
and we were just like so impressed. How did he do the eye? How did he get the eye to glow? And then you found out how, and you're like, I don't know if I should feel bad or not, but that's amazing. Like
that was my goal. You know, it is. Think about it. Let me start over. I think about it like this. Not only have we been able to get access to all sorts of wonderful like information and techniques and learn how to do stuff, but it's not just the techniques that have become available to us. We also have this abundance of resources, and I refer to material resources. Now you have things like TNT Cosplay Supply. I do a bunch of work with them, and they've basically gone forth and tried to make like wonderfully good quality materials available at a really, really incredibly good price. And so, you know, you think about it like you talk about wings. I just actually made I made 2 pairs of wings earlier this year. And, you know, the feathers were all laser cut feathers out of foam, and like this whole thing, this whole set of wings, I think each wing literally weighs like 3 pounds, 4 pounds, something like that.
Crazy.
And like, you know, so it's just like having the opportunity to utilize not just the right techniques, but the right materials. You know, that's the thing that really saves you. And so, you know, they've got a cool material I was messing around with the other day. It's it's I think it's called Plastazote. It's like a semi-transparent, translucent foam that diffuses light. So getting LEDs behind there, you can actually get them to illuminate. And so like what we're trying to do is make something that we would get to light up, but if you have the lights off, it still is painted. So we're using like semi-transparent paints and stuff, and the overall effect was super cool. Super cool. So once again, you know, like I said, having access to that stuff has just been wonderful, not just for being able to teach people about stuff, but also just to use personally. So yeah,
it's a lot easier to come by like cosplay materials and cosplay guides, and even just patterns for cosplay. It's easier. You're no longer having to Frankenstein 4 patterns together. You can find one that like works, and you just make one tiny alteration, and you're like, wow.
And now they have like Yaya section. Remember Yaya section at Joann's, where if you wanted crazy stuff like that, you had to wait till Halloween and stock up.
Yeah,
and
now it's there.
Yeah, all the time.
And then now I saw that they're even selling like Warbler, like pre-made little pieces and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I know they did foam and foam dolls. But...
yeah, foam and foam dolls. That's maybe what I was thinking of. But that's crazy.
It's amazing how far cosplay has come.
So thank you for being willing and interested to showing everyone this stuff and share your knowledge and information, not just forwarding it to your awesome self. And we do have another announcement to make that does concern you, so I'd love for you to stay on. But another thing we need to do first before we go on to the next section is some of our voice actor guests, we don't like to just announce them and put them out there. We actually like to do teaser trailers.
Yeah.
And so we have one for this week, and we're going to do we have 3 teaser trailers and then the full one. So I'd like to go ahead and play one of those right now so people in the chat can start guessing, and you can start guessing yourself as well. I don't know how familiar you are with voice actors and stuff. So Zach, I'll let you handle that.
Surprised? Yes, I can hardly blame you for that.
I think it tried
With
to
Zach.
that. It didn't work
Pushing a
very
button.
well. Hold on a second.
Giving us a sneak.
Surprised? Yes, I can hardly blame you for that.
Come here.
I'm not too sure why it's not playing properly.
I can see it on the I/O.
Yeah,
but I can't hear
anything. You can't hear it, which is it's disappointing.
Well, then you're just getting my interpretation, abstract art that I made, because last year I made these teaser trailers, and then people started like image sourcing them through Google to find out where it was
Surprised?
from.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I can hardly blame you for that.
I spent hours on this. So the ones that people didn't get was because were right off the bat was because I made the imagery myself. So like on what's her name that does Mercy's voice?
Lucy Pohl.
Lucy Pohl. So on Lucy's, she does like comedy as well. So I took from one of them, I took lines from her comedy script. I knew almost no one in our scene would know what that is, her stuff. And I did all pictures based off of that. And no one guessed it. So I was like, this is what I'm going to do from now on, since everyone cheats. So, which I'm totally cool with. So, but yeah, that was the first teaser on there. Maybe Zach can have it ready for the next one.
Miranda says we hear it.
Oh,
okay.
That's interesting. So I guess it's not playing through our speakers. I can't hear it as well, so
I can't hear it. I'm just seeing things flash across screen.
yeah. So
exactly.
it's playing.
That's my life.
Well, then you let us know next time you're hitting play on it, and we'll all try to be quiet because I only see it in the delay.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, so I guess it did play. You guys heard it, but we can
just go on to the
next announcement. We have a pretty good one. This one. This is actually something that me and Chad talked about, and then we kind of came up with, and then you all were like, "Yes, that's gotta happen."
Well, this is something too that Crystal and I have talked about for quite a few years that we really wanted to do, but the main problem was getting it started or figuring it out. And then when you and Chad brought it up, we just instant yesed it. We were like, yes, please do this. So go ahead. I'll let you. You want to talk about it, Zach, or do you want us to go over it?
Yeah. So one of the things that I've been kind of wanting to do is make something where we can have the capability of making it easy for people to learn about cosplay in a centralized location. So any place you go in there that you'd be able to learn about cosplay, whether it's how to make your stuff better, how to be better at being a cosplayer, how to do photography better, and have like a centralized room that was set up kind of in a classroom setup that makes it a lot easier. And Chad was the one that kind of came up with a lot of the fleshing out with it, and then we kind of just figured out where it was going. So I attribute that a lot to Chad and us talking for a while with this.
Thank you.
So the thing that we're announcing, that we're adding to the convention,
I'm so excited for this. You have no idea.
It's called Cosplay University.
Yes.
Yay!
Yay!
And we have a nice big room that we've dedicated to the Cosplay University. When they brought it up to us, they were like, oh, we only need these 2 little rooms. It was like 1,000 square feet. We'll have 30 people at a time. And I'm like, bruh, you can't bring something on this awesome, have our guests putting it in there, and allow 30 to 60 people at max to do, be a part of it.
Yeah.
So we swapped it for the limited space we have. We put it in one of the larger rooms that we have available. So it'll be about a 5,000 square foot room.
Yep.
And we're going to set it up classroom university style. We'll have school tables with chairs. So it'll still be a limited amount, but it'll be more like maybe 200, maybe I have to look at it, but 200 to 300 people max can be in the room. But it's going to be a more intimate setting and allow awesome guests like Chad here show off some of their awesome artwork, show off their skills, and share with you like the stuff he was talking about earlier.
How to rig, exactly.
Yeah, how to rig. And so I'll let you kind of go a little more into the panels and stuff that you were thinking that you thought would be cool to do at Holmat.
Yeah, I can do this. Yes. So simply put, it's kind of like I was saying earlier, trying to set forth to give a series of classes, panels, workshops, whatever you want to call them, that are really going to give you a nice wide variety of subject matter to kind of pull from, while not kind of being redundant in nature. Like, obviously there's always going to be separate opinions, so there might be a little bit of overlap between it, but realistically, there's things that I think can be really beneficial. One of the things, for example, being like the cost positivity versus toxicity panel that I was discussing earlier. Another one that I think is immensely important, but hopefully I can be entertaining enough to not put you to sleep, is what we call turning your craft into a business and the importance of positioning. So, for example,
awesome.
I do this as a business. It's how I make a vast majority of my money, and trying to make sure that I am actually able to eat dinner consistently is something that I think a lot of people, if they're not planning right, can be a problem. And so talking about things like, making an invoice, making an actual contract, what sort of things are going to help you really be successful. Once again, if you guys notice, there's this common thing that I talk about a lot, and that's success. And that's because if you are doing anything that is not giving you return on that investment, then it means that you are actually spending resources. And so you need to make sure that those resources are actually getting you something in return. Another thing that Sammy and I were talking about, because we came up with just a bunch of random different things that we think would be a lot of fun to talk on, is one called "You Made That Out of What?" Okay, and so what this kind of panel covers is how to approach building different things, whether it's fabric elements or armor or props, out of different types of material, and that's taking things into consideration such as, what is the period that this thing would exist in? If you are doing something, let's say, in the World of Warcraft universe, which I've done a lot of, there are certain technological limitations, so you're probably not going to have things such as, like, carbon fiber, right?
Right.
So if I'm running around with a space gun in that world, there's probably something wrong. It's probably going to have a lot more things like leather and linens and things that look metallic in nature, hammered metal, right? And then once again, finishing 3D prints, like, there's something that I would really like to try and do, and hopefully I'm not overstepping myself, but I would really like to have an opportunity to sit down with a group of people and show them a 3D model process. Go in a ZBrush, take some concept designs and just model something in like an hour, and then take that model and throw it on a printer, let it print. Once that's done, come back the next day and be like, hey guys, guess what? Here's a 3D printer, and here's the different things that you would do to actually finish it, And so what that does is that brings forth the actual process from initial start to like the end result on how you would achieve these different results. And some of them obviously, like, we're not gonna be in there with like a paint gun just right, but there are some things that we can actually go through and discuss. And so, you know, whenever you're able to really get people engaged in an activity and really get them kind of comprehending things, I call it, my buzzword is always emotional engagement. I want you guys to be as interested in what's going on, because the more interested you are, the better your comprehension on what's going on is going to be, and you're going to retain that knowledge. So kind of setting forth on that. And then another one we had on the list was what we called Cosplay Survivor, right?
Whoa,
I'm interested.
So that is, let's see, I have a description. Everyone knows cosplay can take a toll on us all. On this panel, we will be covering strategies that should be considered while not only making your cosplay, but when you're wearing your cosplay to a convention. For example, how are you going to go to the bathroom? We'll also be discussing basic safety, how to balance your time to avoid the inevitable con crunch. I can't stress this enough, guys. Con crunch is one of the scariest things you can do, and it's one of the things that really, really puts you in a position to not enjoy your convention. And so if we can kind of figure out some ways to budget time a little bit better, maybe that'll help you out. And then another one that, this is like kind of the last one I had on the list, is creative problem solving. And this is something that I think really pulls a lot of these different panels and topics that we've talked about and kind of pulls it into one. And what that is, have you ever run into a wall when making a costume? Have you ever pulled your hair out over trying to figure out how to turn an anime character's gravity-defying costume into a reality? We have got you covered. On this panel, we'll be covering how we've solved our creative hurdles in the past and the ways to help you solve your own. Pretty flexible, kind of like on how we approach things. And the big thing is, like, no matter what the problem you run into when making a costume, there is more often than not going to be some sort of solution that isn't going to break the bank, isn't going to break you, more importantly, and finally is going to make it so you can feel like you've actually accomplished what you set forth for. And so obviously there's a smorgasbord of different topics to cover in this entire Cosplay Academy, and I'm not the only one that's going to be putting on different panels. So if you guys are interested in basically learning about cosplay from a whole bunch of different awesome cosplayers and artists, that's one way to do it. Oh, one other thing is a good friend of ours, Alexandra Brumley, which some of you might have seen before, Alex Lee Studios. She's a cosplay photographer. She does composites. She's the one that shot like my Lionheart and Uther and all these different photos.
Awesome.
And so we thought it would be really fun to do one of these panels where I actually come in with whatever costume I'm wearing that day. She'll actually shoot me live, not, you know, but more like, right? But she'll actually get some footage live, and you know, I won't do backflips, I promise. The whole one-eyed like depth perception, it's dangerous. But if we can get her to sit down and actually go through and showcase live how she's doing these different compositing processes from start once again to final product, I think that's the kind of stuff that can get people super excited. So yeah, this is kind of what we're aiming for, guys, is we want you to not just come in and get a little touch on a different topic. We want you to be able to come in, learn just a ton of different things, and then, like, literally, if all you did was go to Holmat, eat a bunch of tasty food, hang out, see a bunch of friends, and learn a ton about cosplay, like, that to me already sounds like a really fun con. So
I know that's one of the things I always look for when I go to conventions. I pull up the panel list and I'm like, any costume, instructional, any cosplay, workshop, anything. That's like the first my go-to. Like my list for Dragon Con for cosplay panels is so long.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're gonna have a lot of different panels between Hoka Props and the rest of the cosplayers. We're inviting them to do some cosplay panels in there, as well as we are going to be looking through the attendee panel submitted list. I know there's plenty of panels in there that could be placed, and I mean, it would benefit from having a classroom style room with plenty of options for people to be able to just hear and be able to learn about things, because that's one thing is our convention is about cosplay, anime, gaming, so it's like, why not just bring this amazing cosplay that I mean, every single year I hear our voice actors go, you know what, I've been to so many conventions, but this is the convention that I see like the stuff that's really unique, because they all put their Christmas spin on it, and it's just fantastic, and that's what stands out to people.
Someday I want to see like a Santa Reinhardt, man.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Challenge out there.
Yes. Ryan's my main, so if you do that, I'll be super happy. That's what, we do have a lot of people that were saying how awesome and exciting the idea is. Yeah. So Sammy Hoku, you might know her. She said hi to you. And hi to the stream.
Hi, Sammy.
And then
Several stole the show earlier.
Yeah.
So Hoku Sensei is what we'll put for your badge, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll
nice.
do like a professor shirt.
Oh yeah, totally.
Jacket and
little lab coat with
there you
a
go.
logo that says Cosplay University.
Exactly. Oh, that would
Follow
be
me to the
totally
Cosplay
cool.
University.
Exactly. And I know, like, when we got started, and we see a lot of people when they're getting started, when they're doing cosplay, sometimes it's the confidence of doing it, too, of having the experience, or someone experienced doing it. I know the first time we sat down with just the sewing machine alone, and we like tapped it and sounded like a Gatling gun going off at our faces, we jumped away. We were like, okay. So the fact that if you were afraid of going into 3D, I'm going to be bad at it, or I might get all the wrong stuff and my stuff doesn't come out right. Here's this awesome guy that's going to be doing an event on it to give you inspiration and inspire more confidence to be able to do this stuff. And, by everyone else being able to learn more and share more knowledge, it's just going to raise the abilities of everyone in the industry and come up with more awesome things to do. So I'm so excited that you guys came up with this, and I'm honored that you want to flagship it and make it a main thing with the convention. So you're gonna need to get someone else to do contests, because I'm gonna be in this room the entire time. There's people in chat that have said that as well. They're just gonna camp out in the room the whole time, bring their school books, get your Holmat backpack ready.
Oh yay!
So,
notebooks. Take down these merch ideas.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I was already thinking we'll definitely do a university shield, or and then we gotta get the prep shirts, the sweater.
We're gonna have our houses. We're gonna have our academy houses.
We gotta come up with the different houses now. So we'll have the naughty house, the nice house, and we gotta come up with two more.
The in-between house.
The in-between.
The in-between house.
The chaotic neutral house.
There you go.
Who knows? That's thinking for another day.
Exactly. It's getting too close to the evening. Thinking ends at this time. So
Maresh
awesome.
says that we should probably talk about our second and third teaser for our guest.
We did.
Right,
let's go ahead and play that then.
All right, Maresh is gonna go ahead and play it. So.
Boys, it's morning! Time to go fail at school and work!
I'll play it a second time.
Boys, it's morning! Time to go fail at school and work!
Alright, and now I'm gonna play the third teaser.
Let's go, Tim! Mom and Dad are talking! Okay.
Nope. It just ended. Alright, we're just gonna switch back to this.
Awesome. We'll figure. This is our first time bringing it onto the stream like that, so
we're trying.
We'll get it better perfected next stream, which will happen in 2 weeks, as always. So now back to chat.
Back to chat.
You've been the whole frame the entire time. I don't know what you can see, dude, but
he's the star of the show, man.
Yeah, as soon as you came back on, chat blew up.
Yeah.
Meow.
Sammy wants to know if she's allowed to guess.
Yes, Sammy, all you want.
Absolutely.
She says she knew from the first clip.
Oh.
Wow, smarty pants.
She can guess then. Go ahead. Throw it out there. If you think, we'll see if you're right. If you're right, maybe we'll bring you to the con as a guest in the future or something.
Sam thinks she knows.
Yeah, if you think you know who it is, go ahead and put it into the chat.
I'm interested to see what everybody guesses.
Yeah. I can't confirm I came for Hoku. Yeah, I know the third. All right, that's good. So, that's a good guess. We'll give we'll give you your first guess there. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And
Julian Ramos gives a bunch of arrows.
Arrows
looking up. I think he guesses the same.
Do we want to go ahead and just announce?
Let's go ahead and announce, and then we can finish up
so
the stream.
I'm gonna do the last video. Let me make sure it's playing on loop so people kind of have a good idea of what's going on around there, and make sure it doesn't destroy itself. Okay.
Everyone is going off of Sammy.
Surprised? Yes, I can hardly blame you for the noise. It's morning. Time to go fail at school.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Don't get angry,
Won
Mom.
points that don't matter in life.
Yeah, so
We appreciate you.
She's been on.
You won 1,000 points for your house.
Surprised?
Yay.
Yes, I can hardly blame you
Once
for the
you- but she
noise.
has
It's
to choose a
morning.
house now.
Time to go fail at school.
You can't have house Goku. That's cheating.
Okay.
Don't get angry, Mom, but I think...
But house
In her case, it would probably be House Corgi.
Corgi.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah,
We
Cynthia.
could have.
Grant
We could
will be-
just have like mascot. We'll have House Narwhal, House Corgi, House Fresh.
House
House
Lizard.
Lizard
That's
puppy.
awesome.
Lizard
yeah,
puppy.
So that's so
Steely
cool. We've
Child.
announced 2 guests on the stream. We've
Yeah.
announced the Cosplay University.
Mhm.
And so we'll have awesome Chad Hoku here and over at him and Sammy at Holiday Matsuri. And then we will have Cynthia Kranz at Holiday Matsuri and the Cosplay University as all new things
So
for
excited.
at Holmat this year. So
We take your guys' feedback and we make it a big thing because it really helps. And every single time that you let us know that, hey, think this is a great idea, please submit it to us. I mean, we're listening on the Facebook. We listen on the Restream chat for both Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So if you have an idea, throw it out there. We'll probably record it. And then it may not be for this year, maybe for next year, but we love hearing your guys' feedback because it helps make the convention so much better.
We put all of that stuff in our back pocket.
Oh, yeah.
And then we hold on to it until it's the perfect time to bust it out.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
definitely. Yeah, we pay attention to what everyone has to say, so we care about the attendees because that's what's grown the con. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, how did you guys create such an awesome convention?" And it's like, "No, we came up with the idea. The attendees and the guests kind of did the rest, shaped really
It
most
really
of
is.
everything at the convention. You said what you liked, and we catered towards it.
Yep.
Like even the first year, we were like the holiday runway contest. We were like, dress up as anything, any holiday, it doesn't matter. And then everyone started doing holiday versions of their
Yeah.
favorite characters in
I-
cosplay.
That
They're like, that's what it'll be for now on then.
that cosplay contest last year had over 60 entries.
And that
It
was,
was-
probably after you had to turn people away.
We were signing up people until the deadline.
Oh, wow.
It was so much interest. Everybody wanted to do it, so I can't wait to do it again this year.
hmm
It's one of my favorite contests. It's the one that requires the least amount of work.
Yeah. There's no prejudging.
Getting back to Cynthia Krantz, I mean, she's done a lot of stuff. She's been Botan from Yu Yu Hakusho. She's Chi-Chi from DBZ. She's been Bellamir, Mitzi. She's Pipumi. I'm saying that wrong, probably.
Mitzi from Shin-Chan, and
Yep.
Shin-Chan's one of my favorite shows
Top
out
Team
there, too.
Epic. And
Yep.
she has like a lot of great voice actor credits all across the board, all through
Oh,
anime. I'm trying to see. She's Tu Sarara from Rosaria plus Vampire. Lisa from Soul Eater. She has like a list of just like so
just-
many BTV.
A mile long.
Oh yeah, she's been around for a while. She does awesome, and her voice is just consistent and always amazing. So definitely a recognizable character. Super excited that she's coming to the convention, and she's our 3rd voice actor that we've announced now. So we've already announced J. Michael Tatum and Brandon McInnes, and now Cynthia Kranz.
Yay! Yeah, we always have some awesome people that come to the convention. I get to hang out with them during the weekend, in between of when I'm trying to make sure the convention is continuing to work.
If
Now
they come
the-
into main events, I see them. Otherwise,
Maybe we'll have to get some favorite voice actors recommendations from Chad for next year.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
any
I
main
do like-
characters you like from shows or video games? I know a guy that can talk to people. So
He's got the hookup.
he
Yeah.
does. He's very good at his job.
And then now it's already been an hour on our stream. We do have a few more things to go over for the convention. So, Chad, do you want to stick around? I don't want to hold you up if you have streaming or something.
No, we're good. Let's go.
All right. Cool. We got a new excuse me. Last stream we talked about yeah. Last stream we talked about the cosplay contest starting up. That it was coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Just spit all over you.
That was fine.
Yeah,
I'm used to it.
That all.
Wow.
So, that the Sunday cosplay contest, we had the information coming up for it. Sorry, I just need to remove one ear, then I can actually level myself. Okay, I can't hear myself in these headphones. I lasted an hour, so
I'm really impressed.
Yeah, really. I could feel how messed up some of the words I was saying, so I can probably. So the cosplay contest for Sunday it's changed, and it's changed quite a bit, and so we wanted to announce everything to everyone because we have applications are now available for it.
They're available. Go sign up.
Go sign up, please. We're going to be taking applications for the 2 events basically now, and I'll announce how they work out and talk about them. But till October 15th, I just want to stress that October 15th is the deadline to apply.
45 days.
So even if you don't have absolutely everything together,
that's fine.
Please
just apply.
fill out the
if
application.
You have an inkling of applying, please apply. Yeah. We are closing it on October 15th because we want to put a lot of time and effort into the background videos and announcements and just really make it a really comprehensive, entertaining show to both be in and to watch.
Right.
And that requires time,
Yeah.
which sucks. I would love to leave it open until November 1st, but don't
wait to the last minute.
Don't, please.
So how the contest is going to work this year is Amanda is the director for contests, so totally awesome. Do you want to go into it, or do you want me to explain how it's working?
So
it's being split into 2 events.
2 events. 2 events that take place at the same time or simultaneous. The first event is our costume contest. That is a craftsmanship-based contest. You're welcome to have skits, but it's primarily a craftsmanship contest. Our grand prize for that will be $1,000.
Absolutely.
So
make up for all the money you spent at, on your cosplay, because I know it is expensive.
Oh, 100%. And then after the costume contest, we will have the Holiday Matsuri Winter Cosplay Crown.
Woo! Yeah. We finally we figured out we wanted to name it something. We wanted to brand it something, make it something really nice, and we checked up a lot of different contests just so we didn't overlap names or sound like another event. And this is the prizes for this event is actually going to be national and international trips.
We're going to send you places.
We're going to send people places as representatives for either Holiday Matsuri, as the United States, or basically both.
Yeah.
So overseas. And I'm pretty sure we may try to wrangle Chad into being a judge onto this, maybe.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Listen, your name's already down.
Yeah.
Surprise!
You have some experience. So I guess the announcement for your first judge Chad. He hasn't agreed to it yet.
We're live asking right now.
Yes, absolutely.
So the biggest difference with the Winter Cosplay Crown, it is duos only.
Correct.
And it's craftsmanship and skit. Both are going to be judged, and those 2 scores will be combined to decide the winner.
Currently, we have 3 events lined up for the trips that we can't talk about yet.
Nope. It's so hard.
Yes.
I was actually talking to a friend, and I was like, I love working on staff because I know what's coming up. Yeah. But then I also have to sit on it, and I can't say anything, and that's terrible.
And the best part. Exactly. The best part. Let me turn myself up a little. One of the main things, too, is just the fact that a lot of this stuff wasn't going to be ready till 2020. And we've been pushing and working really hard to get it all for 2019. So that's why a lot of the trip announcements and names that the winners will be going to, we fast-tracked them to this year, and that's why it's taken so long. So what I can confirm is that we have 2 awesome international events.
2 international events.
Correct. And 1 national U.S. event,
which we have announced, AX.
Is going to, right.
Yeah.
But there's maybe more to it.
There might be more to it.
There might be more to it. We don't know yet.
Well, we do.
Good luck.
We do technically know about it. It's just that we're not going to tell you yet.
Are we playing that card?
Yeah,
we're just going to dangle it.
So
we'll dangle it. That's
pocket.
Yeah.
The main thing is we don't want attendees to wait till we announce all the trips to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Because one, they could increase. Holiday Matsuri is consistently and constantly working with other events overseas and throughout the U.S. that want to participate in more things like this, and we're trying to take charge on that, and like kind of share guests from winners from their events that come to ours, like Holiday Matsuri,
winner swaps, like con swaps.
So some of them people will the contestants will be going just as like a fun trip vacation, not having to do anything super serious, and others may be competing in a contest as a representative of the United States. So if you are thinking about it, or you may want to, please go ahead and enter, even if you don't have everything concrete.
Yeah, we're not.
Because we're only asking your ideas up front. We want to help you flush those out, and we want to be able to go through everyone, because we can only accept a limited amount of applications. We're very limited.
I wish I could put everybody who wants to be on stage.
Correct.
I just don't have the time. So, but yes, if you apply, we'll be getting in touch with everybody, kind of having a really one-on-one conversation with all the contestants and the applicants, and trying to make a really great show.
Yeah. So
absolutely.
I posted a link in the chat, so you can go to the events and you can apply for all of our events down in that link. So it's holidaymatsuri.com/events. Remember, you need to apply soon, because the thing is, we only have 45 days left until that deadline closes.
Yes.
So please
cannot stress enough. Yeah. October 15th is when the cosplay contest, or the costume contest, and the Winter Cosplay Crown, WCC. It's already WCC in my head, so I have to think about it when I talk about it. But no, we're really, really excited. We've got a lot of good things coming. I'm around on Facebook, and I think I can throw my email out there. If you have any specific questions, you can email me.
I would say just message the page. So go to facebook.com/holidaymatsuri. That way you can get routed properly, and that we have all of the information right there. And if we can put it on the website if enough people ask about the frequent last questions. So.
Perfect.
Now, there is one question in both applications, okay? So I'm going to go over applications really quick, a short version of it. There's two applications. One specifically called Costume Contest. The second one specifically called Winter Cosplay Crown. Now, basically, it even tells you in there, select which one you're choosing, so it gets you to the right application, just in case you went to one intending to go to the other. But in both applications, there is a box that you can check that if you want to be, there are some events that sometimes need a solo or a group of three, or different kind of variations that we may not know we need for Holmat or for our contest. So if you select that box, what it's going to allow you to do is that if we have some other events pop up that you would like to be contacted in consideration of being eligible to go to that event as a representative for Holmat, feel free to click that, because we do have some other ones that are coming on that are super exciting as well. They'll probably be in the future, but they may want us to go ahead and send people out next year, even though our contest isn't until the end of 2020. Yeah. So if you would like to be optioned, go ahead and click that. Now, you do have to be at least 18 or older for any of the international trips and the U.S. trips as well, just to make that easy to go over it. So
but in summation, there are the two contests. Winter Cosplay Crown we are guaranteed giving away 3 trips. We could add more. Yep. The costume contest is a grand prize of $1,000.
Yep. And for the international trips, your flights and your rooms, your badges to the convention are all taken care of.
Yeah.
And we even hook you up with a little bit of spending money to go and have some fun.
Well, that's super nice of you.
Right? I figured, because I like going to a vendor room, especially if you're going to another country or to a convention you've never been before. Like, I'm sure the vendor room has all sorts of stuff you may not actually see or find over here in the U.S. So that's always a good thing.
Do I have to judge? Can I compete?
Yeah.
Drum roll.
Yeah.
No, I need you as a judge.
Okay.
I need your expert eye.
Maybe
Severo,
eventually.
you're going to be in competing this time.
Oh.
Yes, Severo is a yes.
Severo. Actually, we want Severo as the judge for this year.
You're just a handler.
You're just the handler.
Hey, no, it was actually kind of funny going to Anime Expo and like we're walking around Severo and everybody's like, "Oh, it's Severo," and it's like, no, it's like, oh yeah, there's Hoku too there.
You should make Severo a payload costume and just carrying him around as Reinhardt.
Deliver the payload.
Oh,
yes.
You would also be a good hammy.
Oh, I love Hammy.
Just put him in a giant hamster ball.
Giant hamster ball rolling around. So
sorry, I found confused. Can we apply thinking of events on 2020, or will we still participate this year? Okay.
So everyone who applies for the event this year is going to be competing this year, December 2019. You're going to be
going on trips
in 2020 because there's only 2 weeks left till the end of the year afterwards. So I hope that makes sense to you.
What the box that Greg is talking about is in case.
Oh.
I think that's what's confusing everybody.
Okay.
So the box at the bottom of the applications is a kind of a put us into consideration if something randomly pops up and they're like, hey, send somebody out here and we'll send somebody there, but it's in March. And we're like, who do we send? We can go back and look at past scores, past people, and if they've clicked that box, we can say, hey, maybe we'll reach out to them. That's what that box is for. That has no effect on the contest in 2019.
Correct.
In 2019.
So being slightly detached from this process, if I understand this correctly, essentially what you're saying is if you might be interested in being a representative for this, or this type of thing, submit on these boxes and you will be considered if any of these type of contests become available in which we need to send a representative for. Yes?
That's correct.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you for...
I'm going to go change it to add the extra boxes. No, mess up the application. I'll find a way. I'll just leave it the way it is.
The sleepless nights I spent on that that application.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Now they understand.
They understand.
Cool. You guys might just be a little too close to that one.
Yes, that could be. I've looked at the contest rules and applications nonstop for probably 2.5, 3 weeks, if not more. At one point, I literally sent it to Crystal and it's like, I can't look at this because it's all merged into one thing for me.
Yeah,
it's a
text. Yep. So, yes. Awesome news for that then, and we're looking to add more events to it in the future.
Oh, so many more.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're excited, and we're really trying to brand ourselves as an international cosplay convention. Oh,
stop distracting us.
So if you guys have more events, you'd be like, hey, it'd be cool to do a trade with this convention.
Yeah.
We're open to contact other conventions to do that as well. It was mostly started off international events. We did them in the past. Mm-hmm. And then we were like, well, why don't we just send people to other cool cons in the U.S.?
Exactly.
So that ends all of that stuff right there. The other new announcement that we need to make is we have... Zach, actually, I'm going to let you talk about the next one.
All right, so... yeah, I'll go ahead and fade over to here so that way I can go in and it's there. So one of the things that we try to provide for our convention goers is that there's opportunities for other opportunities outside of the hotel that we have because we
have opened more rooms, not only at the Marriott but at other hotels nearby.
Yes.
Have we sold out the Marriott yet?
We're getting close. So Thursday is right now sold out. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is right now sold out. And there's no guarantee that we may add any more rooms. They're looking at it, but the hotel is sold out with another event that's butting up against ours. So,
and they're renovating hotel rooms. So literally at the moment, like we're probably going to be, the whole hotel is just going to be Holmat attendees.
Okay, I mean, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
But that means that you need to get a hotel room fast.
Absolutely.
So we've updated the hotel side of the website. So the venue and hotel options have been updated with the 4 options that we have this year. So we still have rooms available, but not as much. With the Orlando World Center Marriott, there's $169 per night for that. We have the Caribe Royale, which for those that have been at previous Holmats will recognize that hotel. Mm-hmm. The Holiday Inn, which is directly across the street from the Orlando World Center Marriott.
So you recognize it if you rode the elevator.
Yeah. And the Embassy Suites, for those that have been with us since the very beginning, they'll recognize this hotel, which is, and all of the hotels have a free shuttle to and from Holmat during the convention center hours. So you'll be able to get back and forth between them.
So you don't want to fight for parking?
Yeah. Oh, that's a...
And you want a shuttle to the hotel? There you go. We have 3 more options opening up to everyone.
Yep.
And if you've actually, I've noticed in the comments on some people, in some of the Holmat official group, that some people have already booked rooms at the other hotels. Mm-hmm. If you go ahead and change your reservation to go through Holiday Matsuri, and you're going to save your, reduce your resort fees or take them off. Some of them are offering like free Wi-Fi and a lot of awesome other free perks that you would be paying for otherwise through booking it the regular route. Yeah. And they're going to be discounted, basically.
We've done some work. We've pulled some strings to get the best deal possible for our Holmat attendees.
Absolutely.
So if you go to holidaymatsuri.com/hotel, you can actually see our new hotel section of the website. You can book at any of those 4 hotels. If you book through the website, they're generally cheaper. I know 3 of 4 of them I've checked are definitely a lot cheaper, as well as you do get those perks that we get because we got those deals for those hotels. If you've already booked, you can call the reservation line for that hotel, and you can get it changed over to the group code for Holiday Matsuri. Just say, like, hey, Holiday Matsuri has an event, and they'll figure it out from there. That's what they've told us. So.
And we'd really appreciate anyone that's willing to do that, because everyone that books the rooms through the convention or says that they're there for the convention and gets put onto there, it really helps us manage and check out our growth, popularity of the hotel, what we need to expand on, things we need to do. And we don't know that information if attendees book through, let's say you book through AAA or another side program. One, it doesn't help us at all, and 2, you end up getting a bunch of fees afterwards at the hotel that they didn't tell you about, or that other third-party company didn't tell you about, and we end up having to deal with that every year. We have a lot of attendees that maybe had done that, and then we find out, that they didn't book with us, and there was nothing we could do about it.
Yeah, if you book with us, we're able to.
Yeah.
You're under our umbrella.
Yep.
And so we can help out a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also, we included the reservation cutoffs for that. So the Marriott is the 23rd of November. The Caribe is the 19th of November. The Holiday Inn is the 20th of November, and the Embassy Suites is the 13th. So you have a very limited time frame. I think that's about like 65 days until that time that cutoff hits. So make sure if you want to get your rooms, you're going to want to get them now, because the Marriott, we're almost sold out again. All the way up to Thursday is all sold out, and there's no guarantee that we'll add any more room nights to that. We still have some Friday, Saturday, and Sundays nights available. The Caribe, the Holiday Inn, the Embassy Suites have opened up. They're just fresh and new. There's not a lot of rooms available for those because there are other events that do tend to go on those as well, but they are available for you all to enjoy.
To jump at. And if we sell out, then we talk to them about increasing our side.
Yep.
So
yeah, and when you do this, it shows to these hotels that Holiday Matsuri is a major event, and then need to treat us a lot more seriously, and we actually get a lot more perks for you all. So the earlier you do it, the more we can go to the hotels and be like, hey, remember that time that we gave you X amount of room nights? And then we can bake things a whole lot better for you all.
Absolutely. So you can jump on the shuttle, Chad, and just go and check out all the different hotels and see where Holmat grew up at.
Yeah. I think the Holiday Inn has slides. Me and Jared are going to race down them. That's going to happen.
Holiday Inn has a water park right in the middle, and then the Marriott has the largest water slide right in the pool area.
That sounds very exciting.
Ready. In between all of the other things we have to
do. I get there on Monday, and I don't leave there until Wednesday, and I barely get a chance to see anything but the convention center.
Oh, yeah. It's so weird coming home after a convention. Like, other cons, I leave the premise at least to go get food or something. Yeah. No, I feel like after, like, 4 days, I'm, like, in a hamster dome, like a biome, and then it becomes a week, and I'm just like the outside world, like Schmiegel.
I jump at the chance when someone's like, "Hey, we want to go to Disney Springs." Like, yes, let's go to Disney Springs right now.
Yeah, right this moment.
Yeah. I always people are always like, "Did you see this? Yep. Did you see this? Did you see this?" And I was like, "If it didn't happen in the main events room, I didn't see it."
Oh yeah.
Because that's. You have the whole con. I stay in main events.
Well, I didn't see
it. Man, I'm there with you.
Yeah.
That's like my life. Like everyone's like, "Did you see that?" I was like, "Is it on the left side?" Because if it was, I did not.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yep. I think that might be where.
Yeah. You're. That was good.
I think you broke Greg over there.
Yeah. I think that wraps up. Do we have any questions we didn't answer on the stream or chat? Any questions? I noticed in the chat when you pasted one of the links, it made like the concerned face or the meh face instead of the.
Okay, so it says, Alberto Brando says, "So I'm reading the costume contest rules. Does the audio file need to include spoken dialogue?"
Yes. Yes, it does. All audio that you want to happen during your skit needs to be in that audio file.
So record yourself over that. Now, you don't need the audio file up front right now.
No, that's going to be later on.
If you're approved and we've talked to everyone, we're going to send out a second form later that will upload your video, your audio, any pictures you want to use, stuff like that. Yep. And then we'll be able to take it from there and then help you out with stuff too if you end up needing it. So.
Just making sure that we don't have any more. Someone asked misinformation about the contest. So all of our streams are available after they close for video on demand on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So,
Emily, I see you. If you have any questions, you have my email.
Yep.
Chad, did you have a question? I saw you say something.
Oh no, I'm good. Okay. I'm ready.
You're ready? You got your judging eye on?
It's underneath the eye patch.
Perfect. Oh, okay. It's so powerful. He must keep it covered.
Oh man.
Yes. I hoard the power underneath.
It's the Bakugan,
like Zaraki Kenpachi.
Yo.
All right.
It's more like Pegasus, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well.
I'm so sorry. I find this rude.
Oh no.
He's
got beautiful hair. I don't.
Well,
listen.
We can make that hair though.
Yes, we can.
We can.
You can do a panel on that. Okay.
Well, I'd like to thank Chad Hoku for joining us on this a little bit longer than normal stream. So, and thanks to Amanda McLayland over there, our contest lead, and Gregory Smith, which is our CEO of Holiday Matsuri, for joining us on this amazing live stream where we get to talk about a convention that seems to happen in December with us.
Yay!
4 months from now.
Yeah, we got 4 months. Again, you're going to want to get your badges soon. You have about 45 days remaining before badge prices go up. Right now, there's $60 for a 3-day badge. As well as get your contest applications in. You can go to holidaymatsuri.com/events. And our hotels have been upgraded to have 4 hotels, holidaymatsuri.com/hotel. Thank you all so much. Anything more to announce?
Last call for Idolfest applications as well. Those close on the 7th.
Yes. So we will be closing those within a week. So make sure you get your applications in if you want to get into Idolfest. Thank you all so much for watching. It is fantastic hanging out with you. And I'm going to switch to the outro screen. Blah, 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 blah.
Thanks, Chad.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.
All right.
That was fun.
Switching to the thing and making sure that it's not ending the stream early with having weirdness at the end.
We just make noise at this point, typically.
Yeah, right now we're not
make
on
a noise. Yeah.
And then I hit the